songs. That is for the show. I don't know. I love Rwby. Anyways, welcome to another BS fan.
I really like that too.
Rwby's fun. Rwby is fun.
I really like that.
Rwby's fun. I'm Sophia's stamp of approval. Anyways, welcome to another BS fan and fun times. As always, I'm Belle the B.
And I'm Sophia the S, as well as Rwby the R, when she decides to come in.
It's not BSR, it's just BS. Hun, shut your mouth. No, just kidding. Anyways, today we have a lot to go over since it's been a while since we went over anything. Let's just hop right into it, because like I said, we have a lot to go over.
Oh yeah.
So, John's official semblance has been said. It is amplifying auras.
Can I get a? I called it!
No, because I didn't. I honestly was hoping for a little more, but I was right in the fact that it wasn't healing powers. It was more to it than that. So, just saying.
I called it was the aura.
I was also...
I said it was something related to the aura. I was right.
But,
yes.
That being said, we're still waiting to see what Oscar's powers is going to be. And also, speaking of Oscar, or as we're now going to call him, Cute Boy Oz! So, oh my gosh. Okay, so if you haven't seen the latest episodes, why are you watching this, seriously? Like, honestly, you should know by now, spoiler alert.
Yeah.
Duh. So if you haven't seen the newest episode, go watch it, come back.
Go.
And then you'll know what we're talking about when we say, Cute Boy Oz. Ow.
We got a lot of energy up in here.
I am pumped. Like, honestly, y'all, oh man, we got a lot. Okay, try to focus. Cute Boy Oz there, little Oscar, he fought back. I think we were debating, I don't know if we did it on the podcast or not, but we were debating whether or not Oscar had any, like, real power to say yes or no to Ozpin taking over his mind. Clearly he does.
I think Oscar always kind of knew, but in this situation he followed Oz, and then when he saw what he was really getting himself into, then he wanted to fight back.
I think it was that and also a mix of just, like, sudden, like, this guy is hiding something, and like, I gotta try to fight this because something is off, and I can feel it because, again, they're like the same person right now. They're sharing a soul, or whatever. Or not sharing a soul. They've got two souls. Sharing a
physical.
It's weird, okay? Anyway, but so he like was like, nope. He's trying to stop. Stop you stopping her. Say her name. Say Jin. Also, why was it Jin? Was it like a thing off of G?
I mean,
like
it's
G
close.
in the lamp.
It's close enough. I think it's close enough. Ginny. Ginny Weasley?
Oh.
Wrong fandom, I know.
Where are you?
I'm in my own little fandom world.
Anyway, moving on. I so much. Maria is like my love. Like, honestly, oh my gosh. I love her sass. I love her just like in general. Every time they're like real moody or something, or they're upset about something, she's like, y'all, come on. Like,
You're gonna attract more Grim. Get it together.
I did not live this long just to die out here in the cold, guys. Like, she's like, when they get in the house, she's like, close the door. And I started laughing. Like, I was like really in tune. I was like serious about it. And then I hear, close the door. It's cold. I was just like, girly, I was, yes.
She reminds me of my great-grandmother at Thanksgiving.
I love her so much. And now she's here to help her.
Like, I think it's to know what my silver eyes do. Well, I kind of already figured
I like, I'm starting to feel like this season is like the season that, it's just like the checklist of fandom stuff, like for Miles and Gary. They're just like, they think it's Maria's got to do with the eyes.
Check.
Alright, check. Yeah, exactly. Just like, cool. Hey guys, what do you think of these gods? Yeah. Okay, check. You know, like all that
Okay,
stuff.
was one of them like the voice actor for General Ironwood,
I
the
don't
God of Light? Because it
think
sounded very
so.
much so.
Maybe. I don't know. I'd have to look at it again.
Sounded very much like General Ironwood was the God of Light.
Maybe. I'd have to look at it. I don't remember. It's been a while since I went back and heard Ironwood's voice. Hello, backstory, speaking of. Yeah, so we got a lot of background there information. Surprisingly enough, there was no hiding anything in that. The only thing that was hidden was how the frick are we supposed to actually do this mission that is set out for us, because we've got Salem, and like, we can't kill her, so how are we going to defeat her? Like, there's got to be a way to
How
do
do you
something.
destroy immortality, basically?
Not even that. Like, how do you, are we going to somehow try to convince her to be good? Like, I doubt it, but I don't know. It's Rwby, so who knows? There could be something happening there. I don't know. But, like, everything that we saw in that was just, like, made me feel more and more, like, poor Oscar, because, like, that must be awkward to be, like, housing the ex-lover of the main villain.
How about a moment of silence for Oscar, though?
Yes, please. Moment of awkward silence, please.
Poor unfortunate soul.
In pain. Indeed.
Wrong band.
Oh, well.
Yes, fandom content. We cover all the fandoms, even if it's not the one we're doing.
Speaking of ex-lovers, though, here's my little tidbit. So, I think it's fairly obvious that's what it's supposed to be. I don't know why there's too much question about it, but the maidens seem to be the four little girls that Oz and Salem had. I would assume that. Whether they survived or not, I don't know. That whole fight. My guess is if they didn't, their powers passed on anyway, just like they were supposed to. It's possible, though, that, like, that didn't happen, and Oz later on did the whole fairy tale thing that, we heard in, like, what, volume 2, 3, somewhere around there, when Pyrrha told the story.
I think it was 3.
Maybe. I don't remember, honestly. It's been too long. Y'all run together at this point. All I know is Pyrrha's got it, makes me sad. Anyway, so... Then, I watched the Rwby rewinds, and if you do not watch them, you should go watch them. And they come out, I don't remember when, but I watch them every Friday since the episode comes out on Saturday. On Friday night, I always get a glimpse of the newest episode from that. And then on Saturday, I get to watch the full thing. So that's how I do it. But one of the girls that hosted, Jackie, she was looking like frame by frame, and she saw, I don't remember if it was 2 or 3, but she saw a couple of children that Oz had that had silver eyes. So, are the silver-eyed people descendants of Ozpin? Is Rwby and Maria like descendants of Ozpin?
Well, if that's the case, then me and Oz will get any.
Well, if that's the case, then you and Oz are getting together. It's gonna be real weird. All you shippers out there, stop shipping us! I belong with my crescent rose and my crescent rose only!
I ship it.
You ship me is. I'm a descendant. Okay, if that's true, I'm a descendant of Oz. Then I would be dating Oz.
No, you'd be dating Oscar, not Oz. Oz would just be there.
Yeah, like that makes it any better.
He just stopped any like kissing or anything from happening. He'd just be like popping and be like, nope. He'd be like,
Oh God. Also, no moments between me and John either.
Okay, can we just?
No.
No.
We're friends. We are friends.
Just
Stop
friends.
shipping everything that you come in contact with sometimes. I'm mean, it gets overbearing.
Okay, I was for Jean and Rwby at the very beginning until I saw Kira. And then there was Weiss. And so I was like, okay, Jean and Rwby is not going to happen, so whatever to that. Okay, Jean and Kira was my new one, and now it's Jean and Weiss. Whatever.
It was Jean and Weiss and Jean and Kira for me.
I started with
I'm
Jean
a
and
girl. What you mean?
I mean, BOI. Anyway, I started with Jean and Rwby because those were the two, like, the first guy and the first girl introduced. So I was like, okay, there you go. That's how my brain works. I'm like, okay, guy, girl, boom, there you go.
Also, can I just say, Vomit Boy.
Oh, yes.
After all this time, his name on my scroll is still Vomit Boy. Like, I just pat myself on the back
It
there.
makes me concerned of what I am in your phone, what Weiss is in her phone. Cause
Hi, BFF. Yes.
the ice queen.
Probably. It's either Ice Queen or my BFF in parentheses, yes. Well, because you can say no, so I would say yes.
Anyways, so going back over to poor Oscar, poor Crow. Jeez, he's taken this like really hard, and we're finally seeing Rwby like acknowledge that her uncle has a drinking problem.
I think I've always acknowledged it. It's like now it's starting to be like, okay, seriously, cut it out.
Well, it's not even that. Like she like stopped. She didn't freak out, but she like got upset when she saw the mess that he had made drinking all night, probably, and shattered it across the wall to wake him up, freaking him out. But then she was also like, she looked devastated. I don't know if it was maybe the apathy room or something that was causing it, but I doubt it because apathy would be the opposite of this. But she gave him a hug and she was like, dude, come to me or yank, you know, like we are here. We've been through a lot. You can talk to us and treat us like adults and equals because that's where we're at. She didn't say those words exactly, but that's basically what she was meaning from what I could tell from it. And it was just like, ugh. Oh, and when Crow, after, like, he smacked Ozpin, and I was like, yes, and then I was like, oh, poor Oscar. Especially when Oz left.
That's what we have to remember, is that Oscar's still there. Though we may be smacking Ozpin, it's Oscar that's technically taking the hit.
I wonder how much pain Ozpin feels. Because, like, when Crow, like, shocked him in the jaw, like, Ozpin, like, he didn't react much except for, like, obviously, like, bleh, you know. But other than that, he just looked up. Like, he looked sad. Obviously, he was devastated that they found all this stuff out. But then, like, it was just, like, he didn't look like he felt any pain. So that makes me wonder, like, how much pain does he actually feel? Like, how connected are they yet that he might not feel that pain? Or is he just so used to pain that didn't feel like anything to him? Or, like, what's the deal with that? Like, because we know Oscar definitely felt the pain because he was like, ow! Crow was probably like, oops, a little bit. Maybe just a little bit. In his head, he's like, oh, yeah,
you're still awesome.
Oh, yeah.
You're still
sorry.
a good kid.
But, oh, man, but the words that Crow said, like, killed me. It struck me. Like, I was like, oh, my gosh, when he said that, meeting Ozpin was the worst luck.
I actually teared up a little.
I started tearing up. I was like, oh my gosh. But also, speaking of bad luck, that whole thing was like, again, Maria, I love you, but why is no one explain this to you yet? But you had the tire pop, and I was like, Bro, you're just falling apart, you poor thing. And then I hear from Maria going like, you people are just a beacon for bad luck, aren't you? I'm like, oh, why did you say that?
I was like, no, you don't know what you're getting yourself into.
I laughed, and then I was like, I laughed in a, oh no, kind of way. And then now thinking about it, she said beacon and bad luck. I couldn't get Crescent Rose.
There.
You have to be like, she did do that though.
Yes, I know that was
Salem stabbed herself. That was scary. Like I know she can't die, but like that was still kind of.
Yeah, that was a little
freaks
creepy.
Rwby out too. That poor. All of them are sad now.
Apathy Grim. How about that?
Yeah. So
that was a really cool idea though. For
I really
Mr. T to come up with that one.
Yeah.
Out of all the Grimm.
I loved the Apathy Grim. Like, I mean, I hated them, but I loved the idea of them, concept-wise and everything. Because normally, Rwby Rewind kind of went over this too. And that's another reason you should watch it. They go over everything. It's so much fun. Coming up with their own theories and stuff. Like, they say that all we need to do is give Salem a what do they call it? A good bath? Or a clean bath or something like that. And dump her in the pool of the God of Light.
Again?
Yeah, because you know, she got dumped into the pool of darkness.
Well,
so she became a monster. So she gets dumped back into the pool of light. Would that go away? You know, so it's just like, it's just like a funny little theory, but at least cute. Anyway, so, what was I saying? Oh, the Apathy Grim. I'm sorry, am I boring you?
No, it's the Apathy Grim. We're talking about Apathy Grim and I'm getting tired.
Stop out of it! You went the wrong way.
Oh well.
Anyways,
You could rewind that, can't you? Edit it to make it look like I'm going the right way.
just edit your face. No. Anyway.
Such a rejection. Just like, no.
Anyway, so the Apathy Grim, I liked the idea that they were, there to affect your feelings and your thoughts, and not just, like, your battle strategy. Because that was a pretty cool thing. But also, Blake almost died. Can we just, like,
I was okay. I was going off. Like, I felt bad. I think, no, I didn't have anyone on the phone with me. I couldn't remember if I was actually in the middle of a phone call with somebody. But I was like, no, this is not happening. And you're not losing another team member. Almost. Wait.
No! Yang's
Weiss has almost died. Yang kinda sorta almost died. Blake's almost died. Does that mean I gotta almost die now?
Yep. Your turn. Even Crow's almost died.
Volume 6 intro? Please don't make that correct.
Oh God, please no. Crow
Please
is
no.
my life. Please.
I cannot lose my uncle. I've already lost my two best friends. You are not gonna take away.
And
you
her
almost
mom.
took. Yes, you took away you already took away my family. You already took away two of my friends. You almost took away my sister, half sister. You think about taking away my uncle?
Also,
I'm gonna fight you.
speaking of half sister, can we see what's happening between Raven and Ty right now? Because like we saw Raven came back to Ty.
With the child
support. Can we see what's actually like
Also,
happening
if
with
the
that?
person who was there at that premiere is watching this, like, please, I
Tell us
wanted
it
to
was
meet.
you.
I wanted to meet you after the premiere. That was a really
That
funny
was
joke.
so funny.
The child support finally came in. Oh, that was beautiful. That was just beautiful comedy.
Anyways, moving on. So, what's the deal with Osmond running off now? And when's he coming back? Because we know he's got to come back, right? Or, okay, so I remember I said, in the last podcast, because it's been that long, talked about the intro and John and, like, pushing Oscar against the wall, which we assumed at the time was Osmond, up against the wall angrily. Obviously, about his backstory, my guess is, because that means that Kira literally died for no reason. I mean, technically she died for no reason anyway, because I will admit, she chose to go do something that she should have known was impossible to complete, and she was told not to do. And literally, other than having Ruby's silver eyes like have power and show up, there was honestly no rhyme or reason for Kira's death, other than that and for Jean's feels to die.
And just to destroy the fandom.
Like honestly,
That's just unfair.
Well, think about it, like honestly, because I mean, you still like other than the giant grim might still be circling around Beacon. Cinder would still have moved on. She just would still be put together. So I guess in some way it's a good thing, but I mean, for the most part, like honestly, I would have rather just kept Kira. Anyway, so seriously though, what's the deal with Oz running off? Like, I get it, he's upset and everything, but I feel like he's throwing a pity party. And he needs to grow up because, like, he's like, how old now? You would think he'd be more mature at this age and this time, but no, he's literally throwing a pity party and throwing a tantrum and running away. Like, after all these years, that's what you choose to do when somebody finds out your story. Now, here's what I want to ask you and see what you think. Do you think that after hearing Oz's backstory and everything about it, knowing that Lionheart was not the first person to go against him, which makes me wonder, were any of the people now in Salem's party, like, with Oz at some point? I mean, it's possible.
I'm gonna say possibly, except for Tyrion.
Mm-hmm.
Tyrion's a psychopath.
Yeah.
Can't exactly go good to psychopath.
I'm gonna say, other than Tyrion, I think it would be an interesting idea if Cinder, if he, like, this is stupid, I know, but I think it'd be an interesting idea if, like, he actually, like, raised Cinder, and then she ended up hating him in the end, or something like that, and she ends up having, like, second thoughts when he comes back. I think that would be an interesting idea, but also, I don't think it's gonna happen, so I'm not holding out for that, because that's just an idea I came up with in my head, literally just now. So there's probably plenty of plot holes in that, I don't know it. Anyway, but, point being, other than probably Tyrion and Mercury and Emerald, the rest of them could have been with Ozpin at some point and decided to ditch and go with Salem instead, for whatever reason, I don't know. Either they were more afraid of her, or they thought she could win, or they realized that he was going to keep dying and she was not. Who knows? So, that's a thought. But do you think that...
See, we know why Hazel sided. So, Hazel was never with Oz. We know that because of the story.
Well, we don't know if he wasn't ever with Oz. We know why he would have betrayed Oz. We know what happened. Yeah, I don't know.
No, I know what that is. Keep talking.
Your music is playing?
Yeah, it does that. Just keep talking. Ignore it.
Anyway, so, sorry. So anyway, so do you think that after hearing the story and knowing that people probably left him because of things, do you think that Ozpin withholding stuff from Team Ruby and Pro is validated by the backstory, or do you think it's still ridiculous that he held it back?
I think in a way it could be both.
That's kind of what I know.
That's important. Crucial information. Still. But I understand why he did it. If he's lived that many lifetimes and he's been constantly betrayed, you would want to withhold from that.
Yeah.
Fear of having that betrayal happen again.
Yeah, and honestly, like, out of all the people to share all that information with, it should have been Oscar, and Oscar didn't even know any of that stuff. Like, okay, I get it and all, but, dude, you're literally sharing, like, a body. You cannot keep secrets from each other at that point. You honestly can't. Like, it's going to cause you problems, and you should know that by now. You've had enough bodies to know. So, I agree with you. honestly think that he has somehow not quite matured, or something's happening that he's just not quite being right in the head. There are many mistakes that he's been making. And as he said before, I've made many more mistakes than
any man, woman, or child.
Yeah, in any lifetime. Because he's had multiple lifetimes. It's just figuring out, like, whether or not we can actually do anything. Like, can they actually somehow win? Like, that's what we're holding out on now. And the whole thing with the apathy also brought up a good point. Hate to say it, but it did. Like, what is the point of them continuing on? Like, what are they going to do now? What is the next step? What is going to happen next? Because, I mean, other than getting to Atlas, who knows? Like, what are you going to do? You're just going to hide the other relic with the other relic? Great, now you got two in one place. Good job. Like, as much as I hate to say it, Yang kind of had a point. They're less likely to find it, which I don't know if that's necessarily true because the Grimm are attracted to it, but they'd be less likely to find it if you hit it in the well, or more likely in a more populated area, than if you hit it in a giant building with another one that would gather more attention. So, I don't know what they're going to do. I don't know if they're ever going to be able to make it to Atlas, though, too. Because they got the military closing the doors on them. Although, I'm a little bit confused on that, because I don't understand why Team Rwby went by themselves and Crow didn't go.
Yeah, didn't they kind of need him?
Isn't Crow the one that they know of? Like,
yeah.
I don't know. Anyway, what's next on my list? Oh, yes. This I was real excited about. Mercury finally showed, like, signs of being, like, a big brother to Emerald when he, like, kind of saved her from Darian being a psychopath again. So this is when...
Make it sound like there's moments where he's not acting like a psychopath.
True. Anyway, so this is when Emerald gets offended at Tyrion for making fun of Cinder, and she draws her weapon on him, and he creepily gets up in her face and is like, you can't do anything now that Cinder's here, kind of thing. And he's like, what are you gonna do? And he's like, cuts his own, like, cheek with the blade, and he's like, really real creepy. And she's like shaking because she's scared. And Mercury comes in and actually, like, puts his arm around her and is like, back off, weirdo. And I like, when I saw that, I cheered. I was like, yes, Mercury!
I was like, points for Mercury.
You are not just your own little psychopath. You are actually a caring person. And that brings my whole, like, their little family thing to a complete circle. Like,
it would have been psychopath, more sociopathic.
Whatever.
I'm the one who knows the psychological terms, so.
I know the one that you tell me. That's all I know. Okay, no, shush. Stop making me sound like I'm wrong.
I'm the one who's mostly quiet during all these rants.
You know, you could talk.
Yeah, but take out everything that I could already say.
I can't help it. I get excited. I'm a talker.
I know you're Okay, fine. I'm taking the wheel now. Neo! My queen, Neo!
No, I wasn't there yet. Neo's back!
Thank you, Rooster Teeth! And might I add, she rocks the hat.
Oh my god, sad.
Okay,
Neo
but
was
you know
so
what?
sad.
You know what I also realized when I saw Cinder and like Neo just kind of like shake hands. It took me a while to realize how short Neo is.
Yeah, Neo's like a little doll.
He's a little tiny thing, and
That's why they.
I went back to like the fight between like her and Yang. So I'm like, I couldn't remember who was taller. I thought Neo was the taller one. I'm like, wait, why is she so teeny tiny? I'm like, oh right, she's always been teeny tiny.
That's why they make the joke that she's got stuck in the preschool section because she looks like a little kid.
Right.
funny comic. A lot of funny comics. There's a funny comic with that in it. But yeah, Neo's back. As soon as I saw the boots, like on it, well, before that. As soon as I saw her look up, I went, please, please, please. And then I saw the boots and I was like, yes, 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 it's Neo! Everybody, she's back!
I think I was on the phone with somebody then because they were like, "Are you okay?" And I'm like,
Neo, it's Neo! And they're like, you got ice cream?
and I'm like, "No, this is better than ice cream."
She's so
It's been gone such a long time.
I miss her. Which means they're bringing everybody back, guys. Everybody that we missed.
Except Roman. He's dead.
He's dead. We know that. You
Yeah,
can't
but
bring
they're-
back a dead person.
No, you'd be surprised how many people are still holding on. I'm just like,
Y'all,
he ain't
he
coming
got
back.
eat-
This ain't red versus
This
blue. He ain't coming back from the dead.
Technically, he never came back from the dead. He was never alive. Anyway,
This ain't a situation like that. Okay?
spoiler for Red vs. Blue. Anyway, so
If you haven't seen Red vs. Blue.
and
All
you
of
are
it.
of age. If you are 18 or older and you would like to see Red vs. Blue, go watch it. You have 16 seasons to catch up on. Have fun.
Have fun trying to make a plot line out of it, too.
Anyway, so, back to the important stuff.
Neo.
Yeah, Neo. Oh my god.
You said
But this-
Nino.
Did I?
Yes, you
No,
did.
I didn't. I said Neo.
I heard Nino.
Well, you're in the miraculous mind frame then, because I said Neo.
We're gonna have to rewind later.
Neapolitan.
It's Neo. Neo.
Now we're combining our fandoms. This is great.
Anyways, so Neo's back and she is so beautiful. But she's also living, breathing proof to all you doubters out there that he is in fact dead because she's like,
They say it. First of all, Cinder says
Cinder
it.
says, I don't have time for your misplaced blame, is what she says. Something like that. Just saying.
Also,
He's
does it
dead.
kind of okay? So you know how she's talking with Neo about how they both want me dead.
Talking at you, yeah.
Did I seriously say that?
No, that's what you should say, because Neo doesn't talk.
True.
True that.
I was discussing at Neo.
About how they want you dead.
Yes, how they both want me dead. Does it almost seem like Cinder's going off on like her own plan now and just kind of like
A
forget
little
Salem?
bit, but like, she's still sticking with the plan. Also, why does Salem not care about Rwby?
Did we ever answer the question, what does Salem want?
I don't remember.
I don't either.
It's been too long, y'all. It's been way too long. It's been like a month. Plus. But, man, we haven't done this since October.
Hi, like the week after the premiere.
Y'all, it has been a long time. Jeez. Sorry about that. Golly. We've had a while, I think.
Yeah. Oh, let's think about it. I mean, they're going to be releasing episodes. Yeah, that's like almost 2 months. Yeah.
Sorry, y'all. Lucky.
I know we already determined that, but yeah, 2 months.
Might be, because I'm
We're almost halfway through season 6.
No! No, we're not. Don't say such things.
Well, okay, but like think about it. They're going to be releasing episode 8 this week. How many episodes are in a volume?
Different times.
I'ma fact check this.
Oh god, I hope we're not already halfway through.
I feel like we already are.
I
Let's
feel like
see.
we're given a lot of information with all this stuff. Like we're given like information, like throwing it out at us like that. Because we had like the 3rd episode in was boom, backstory, have fun with that. Like we were like, oh hello, there's all that information. And it was like in the 3rd and 4th episodes was like information. We're getting more and more lore clues and everything. So it's been insane. And I'll be honest with you, I was not expecting Team Rwby to meet up with Team Junior so soon. Like, I honestly was not expecting it.
Okay, let's see. So there's 16 in Volume 1. There is 1, 2, 3, 4.
Doesn't it have its numbers?
Yeah, but it has it as 20, so now I have to actually count
But
again.
it has the numbers up beside it.
Oh,
in
okay,
chapter.
there it is. 12 in 2. 12 in 3.
No!
Chapter 0. Oh, there's a bird. I was like, what? 12 in 4.
Oh no! Lots of character shorts. 14.
In 5.
Crap!
Oh, we halfway through Volume 6 and we gotta sit through this whole 3-month wait thing again?
Dang damn it!
Wait, no, it would be way longer.
I'm rage quitting!
What are we gonna do with our lives?
Say I'm rage quitting and I'm just standing here. I don't know! Miraculous? Chibi? Rwby Chibi?
Are we getting it back? Please? They're only like, what, Volume 3? We... I was like,
Good.
Genlock.
Yes! January! Ginlock is coming out.
Yes!
Super pumped for that. We'll be definitely doing some stuff on that if we end up
We'll add
getting
that
time.
to our fandom fun times.
We'll have 3 fandoms that we consecutively do.
Well, we're working on Disney too, between all
Yeah.
that. We're working on it.
When we have time for Disney, we're gonna post Disney. When we don't have time for it, which is like a lot, we don't do it because we have other things we have to do. We only do
Red
like
Dress is
one a
Blue
week
released
right now until we get. If y'all bring us more people that want to see more things, we'll do more stuff. But for now, we're just kind of doing one a week because it's a lot already.
And we college kids.
But we're about to hit break, so we'll try it.
I have like 2 days off next week.
Right? And I have like none. Anyway,
We'll
so
make it work.
we're gonna try to do our best and get y'all stuff. We're gonna be, and this is gonna be because this next semester is gonna be my last semester. We're probably gonna show you this in a different video too. And she's got one more semester here after I do. Yes. No. Wait. What? You got a whole other year
Yeah.
after I do?
Yeah, because I'm a semester behind.
Right. You're only one semester behind.
Yeah.
You're only staying till fall. You go through the fall.
Spring, fall, spring, fall. So that's 2 years.
So you're staying for 4 more semesters?
No. So I enrolled. Wow, we're like calculating this out. It's like nobody actually cares about this. This is a fan.
We
This is
can
our lives.
talk about this later. Okay, we'll do another video that kind of explains what we're going to be doing once we figure it out. Once we're not together anymore so much.
It's gonna be interesting to see what happens after that.
Yeah, because I know we still want to do stuff because we love our fandoms and they're not ending anytime soon, especially Rwby. But we're going to be seeing what we end up doing. Going back to Rwby though, sorry about that.
We just like jumped forward into the future. Yeah, I'm not transferring out till winter of 2020. So yeah, that's technically next year.
So I kind of like sputtered out, like as every week went by, I wrote a new script and I just kind of added, which is why there's so much to talk about today. That has been a while, because I wasn't sure when we were going to be able to do a new one. And as you might have noticed, we might have skipped a couple weeks because we were exhausted from finals weeks, and we forgot to come do this.
Yeah.
So, RB. So I
RBB?
literally Arby's. Anyway,
Micah!
hashtag not sponsored, but Miss Micah. Anyway, so if y'all remember Micah, she was in the vlog. She was our friend.
Again. That one.
How did you like almost perfectly emulate her voice just now?
I don't know. I was thinking
I'm
about
so
her
glad
and the
she
voice
doesn't
just-
watch these. Or if you do, hi, Micah.
We love you. I wasn't mocking you.
I'm dead
I was
inside.
quoting you with love.
Anyway, so
I have no idea what's happening anymore.
literally my second to last bullet point, because my last bullet point we went out of order like crazy, was Cute Boy Oz, because I got excited by that. But my second to last one literally says, hello, did not expect such an early meetup, which I said. Conflict when Junior finds out the full story. Guessing that's when we see Jean mad and take it out on Oscar, which, again, we've already talked about. So, that being said, we've kind of already discussed everything, which surprises me that it's only been like 40 minutes. Almost 41. I was honestly expecting this thing to take a lot longer to even get through this list. But yeah, honestly, I'm like ready to see the next episode. I was super scared before this last episode because I knew Cinder was going to be going to Atlas, and Team Junior was going to get there first, probably. And so I was scared that there was going to be a need up there and somebody was going to die. Like, I was terrified. But now Rwby and Team Juniper have like met up.
Also,
So
the baby. All because of your autocorrect. Juan. It's Juan.
Sorry.
No, okay, see, here, she was trying to talk to me about Jean's sister. But autocorrect did not spell Jean correctly. It spelled it
J.
It spelled it
A-U-N.
Juan, but with an E.
Yeah, so it was like.
So I said that could be the baby's name.
So that's
because it looks Hispanic, first of all, and it comes from John's sister. It is John's sister's child, so Juan is what we're calling the baby.
I loved Ruby's face and John's face whenever she saw that they'd been staying with the sister and they were going to get to meet her sister, one of the sisters. And John's face was just like, yep, that's my sister. Cool. Looks over at Rwby. Ruby's like, and he's like, are you okay? Like, he had that look on his face like, what's wrong? Like, and then they get inside and he's just like, I'm not a baby. I'm gonna, or whatever he said. Like, I'm grown up. That's a baby. And then the baby like imitated Jean. Like,
How dare
and then you just see, who was it? Was it Weissen Yang? I don't remember. Just like going like, oh.
It would be Weissen Yang. That doesn't seem like Blake's thing, and that doesn't seem like my thing either.
True.
I mean, I was more interested in John's sister, so my eyes are obviously not going to go on there.
That's what I call the babies. I call them baby childs, and I don't know why. So I do that. I don't know why I did it, but I do. That's okay. Little baby. Baby child. I'm excited. I'm really excited. And I'm hoping that this means, I can't remember where Jean is from, but I'm hoping this means we eventually get to meet all the rest of the sisters. All 6 other sisters. Because, from the sounds of it, him and that sister are the only ones that left home. So the rest of them are all going to be in like one place, generally speaking.
How many sisters do you have?
7.
7.
7 older sisters. I think they're all older.
Yeah, those are the only 2 living from home.
Yeah. Because the rest of them want to go, I guess. I don't know. But, that being said, I don't know, you have anything else?
Yeah. Spider-Folk. Are we going to see any more of that?
Oh,
that was interesting. What's her name again? No. Why am I remembering what's Magpie? That's right.
I think it was just Little Miss Muffet.
No, it wasn't Muppet. But it probably makes sense. But yeah, the Spider-Folk thing. Do we ever get to see any more of that? Do they have any point to the general plot line besides kind of bringing Cinder and Neo together?
I feel like the answer is going to be no. I honestly don't feel like we're going to see more of them. I think the fact that whoever was looking for Cinder was answered in that moment. We thought maybe it was Salem, but realized that Salem already knew she was alive. She already knew all this stuff. it was very clearly answered that Neo was the one looking for Cinder. Cinder was looking for our friends, our teammates. So that was kind of answered. I don't feel like there's anything left for them, especially now that they've left their territory. I mean, I feel like Salem kind of somehow knows where Cinder is and what she's doing. I don't know how. I don't know anything else other than that, but I feel like she knows. I think she knew she was still alive.
Little Miss Malachite. That's her name.
There you go. I think she knew she was still alive because she didn't feel like that transfer of maiden powers. Again, pointing to that the maiden were the little children, and Salem can feel when power transferring happens. Could be a thing. I don't know. But, yeah. So I feel like since we've left their territory, that's going to be it for them. Like, they've already located who Cinder wanted. They located Cinder for Neo. And although Cinder and Neo kind of ended in the, like, what's it called? The relic room? What's it called? I don't remember. I fell. I'm okay.
Sorry. The vault.
The vault, thank you. I'm an idiot. Okay, anyway.
And I'm getting tired again. Out of you, though. I can never get tired of you.
Rage quit! Anyway. I'm rage quitting life. So.
Can I actually do that?
No. I'm not letting you.
Sad face.
No.
Anyways.
So anything else? That's all I've written down. Make sure we get every little bit in peace because we have been gone for so freaking long.
Yeah. Let's see. I think that's it. Besides wanting to see Ty and Raven get together.
Yeah, I need to see Ty and Raven, and I feel like we probably might, considering we keep like resurfacing characters all of a sudden.
We see Sun again.
Probably not until like next season or something, or whenever they start heading toward Black Eagle. That's where he's from, right? I think
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
so also, how did Neptune get there? Can I just ask that? Like, Neptune doesn't do boats. How did he get over there?
They blindfolded him and knocked him out. What, do you have a better idea?
Did you just hear that happen, like, honestly?
It's like, ooh, Neptune, we're going on a vacation. Ooh, I love vacations. Where are you? Dum. What the? Wakes up.
Yeah. Just sees the water splashing in front of him. He's like, ah!
Dude, you gotta get over this.
It's not that bad. Flashbacks. Anyway, so, yeah, I feel like we won't see them again until we head towards Acula, which maybe
Ilia?
I don't think we're gonna see her again for a while, unless, Adam. We haven't seen Adam yet. We haven't seen what's happened with him yet.
All we've seen him is going in an angry rage after
Did
he
he, like,
killed off most of his white children. Can we see Adam's face in volume 6?
Come on,
please.
Carrie, I know you didn't realize we haven't seen it, but we know. We know, Carrie.
And we both know what we know. Hamilton, Harry Potter, Miraculous,
versus
Lou, Red versus Lou, Genlock, we mentioned it.
What other novels are there? I think that's about it.
Yeah, no, Harry Potter's one hiding.
Anyway, so
I think we've now come to the conclusion of another Rwby episode. We will see you next time.
You know what? No, because I forgot. You interrupted me when I was talking about Mercury and that whole thing.
Oh, right. Okay,
You
finish
started
that.
talking about Neo. Can I just finish, please? I know. Okay, so what I mean, there was much more to say about that, but to kind of picked up Mercury and Emerald. And Emerald's attachment to Cinder is very much like almost, I'd say like between mother, child, and big sister, little sis. And Mercury hadn't really shown big signs of being like a brother, but like that was the kind of thing that I was waiting to see if could happen. And this right here like brought that whole theory of mine like full circle. Like he's shown that he sees Emerald as somebody worthy of protecting, which is very big brotherly. Boom, that's it. That's all I had to say about that. Couldn't have let me finish that earlier.
Sorry.
You're probably
I
like,
wanted to take the wheel.
I wanted to be the team leader for once.
nah, I'm better at it. Anyway, so that is all for today.
Rwby fans.
For our Rwby fans. Yeah.
And as we say on the Fandom Fun Times with Rwby episodes,
Out with the yang.